Ministry in a Minute is a devotional presentation of the Crossroads School of Ministry. Whatever platform you're on, like, share, subscribe, help us get the word out about the Crossroads School of Ministry. And if you are a ministry leader or church leader or someone called to vocational ministry and you need training, Crossroads School of Ministry can help. Check us out online at crossroadsom.org, the Crossroads School of Ministry. Hey everybody, welcome to Ministry in a Minute. Listen, the last 2 days we've been talking about Acts chapter 12. Tonight in our longer scripture study, we're going to spend 30 minutes or so and go through all of the first part of Acts chapter 12, Peter's miraculous escape from prison. I'm really excited about it because it's a really important section of scripture where Peter realizes that God can do things he can't. And I know, even though he's been healing people, and even though he's been serving, and even though the church has exploded, he still gets discouraged and still needs reminded. And this is such a beautiful picture of that. Okay, so Monday we talked about God doing things that we can't, and our focus needs to be on the spiritual, not the natural. Yesterday we talked about how important it is to pray. Okay, but here's what else happens if you look at Acts chapter 12. And we'll get into this deeper tonight, but this Ministry in a Minute, so encouraging to see these little snapshots of what happened. And if you look at this, so the church was praying, and the angel shows up, and here's what he says to Peter: get up. Okay? And after Peter got up, that's when the prison doors flew open. So an angel shows up, okay? But Peter still has to take action. And I think sometimes we get paralyzed. I have a friend who says analysis paralysis. We look at things and we're so busy trying to figure out what to do, or we say, well, God will do something. But what often happens is God does show up and God does work, but he still requires of us a step of faith. He still requires of us some kind of action. I think there's sometimes that we don't even know what to do, but God says, do something and I'll work with it because I'm really in charge here. And we listen and we do the best we can to do what God says, but make no mistake, the angel said to Peter, get up. And Peter had to get up. He had to do something. He had to take that step of faith. I don't know what God's telling you to do. I don't know in your own life what you're going through. I don't know what struggles you have at work or at home. I don't know what God is telling you to do or not to do. I don't know what step of faith is needed for you, but I can tell you, if you are praying about it, if you realize that God is your only hope, as we looked at the last 2 days, then do what God is saying to do. Be bold and take that step, because our action sometimes is what God is waiting on before he then opens the floodgates of heaven. And we see that here. We see that here. Suddenly the angel of the Lord appeared. He said, get up. What if Peter said, this is just hopeless? No, he got up and then God acted. All right, tonight, 6 o'clock, we're going to cover this whole passage. It's a wonderful one. I'm excited about it. We'll see you tonight and then tomorrow in Ministry in a Minute.